Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna check something. When I go to my what's this? When I go to my analytics, my audience analytics, I see a lot of people. First of all, aren't here. Like, there's actually not. Apparently, there's not that many people here Monday, but it's typically like 12 to like 8. There's 8, yeah, 9. So I'm gonna see if this actually makes a difference. But it's just an experiment. Right, so still working on this. Got another design. It was a little too tall, but we'll see. But it's not what we're doing today. We're doing this today. Uh, Uh-huh. Cool. Hey, hi. Hey, Lasco J. Sorry I'm so late. Things burn and don't stay relevant. That's ominous. How you been doing? Oh. It was a quote from the opening of City of Wolves. I just heard it again for the first time in a way. I went to the arcade recently and the gaming market too. Oh, cool. Arcade, like, I don't know. I didn't know those, like, they're still around. Hoping to be less busy in the new future. Yeah. Aren't we all? Alright, how was the arcade? Arcades are around, but we're doing strip well enough, yeah. I heard, like, more stuff like barcades and some extra stuff. Arcade plus something else. Alright. Arcade was good. I had a low lose rate against someone in third strike, but he was more of a keyboard player. I read the Fatal Fury 1 arcade propaganda once ago. Oh, the original Fatal Fury. Which one's your favorite Fatal Fury? I heard Fatal Fury Real Bout 2 was very good. Um, Hey, the sexy Indian man's back. Uh, hey Joker, how you doing? Yeah, sorry I'm late. You saw my Kabutover video on Facebook, one with Terry and Andy as the strongest sorcerer I was mentioned. Yeah, the. So you like Fatal Fury 1 the best, or you just like kind of want to spread the word? Taking down the PNG. Yeah, I lived. He died. Did you know while you were gone, so PNG took over the channel, but he did some great animation work for you. Yeah, yeah. You gotta wonder about that guy. My channel was hacked by a VTuber. You gotta keep your eye on those virtual YouTubers. Fatal Fury to talk about is one. Fatal Fury to play is Fatal Fury Special. Hmm. PNG sound a lot like you though. Yeah, you see, it's a crazy. F and Jeff is a PNG YouTuber. He will not be missed. Ah, no F's in chat. They deserve to be dead. PNG Tube did some puppetry stuff. Hmm. Can I do it actually? I don't know if this will mess things up. Hope not. Hello, I am saying things. Puppeteering. Whoa. Exactly the same. Nice dance moves. Thank you. I can still be. I can be a YouTuber to VTuber. Flesh tubers can do anything VTubers can do. Meat tuber. Yep, Neko Charlie is back. I should probably redraw that to be a little cuter, but one day. Flesh tubers. Yeah. Flesh tubers and meat tubers. Oh yeah, I forgot that when I went to that little esports summit, I got some. It was like sponsored. So sponsored by this place Ghost Gaming. They gave you those glasses, those whatever these called, the blue light blocking glasses. But now you can see what I'm watching, so in the reflection. Is meat tuber for the plus size tubers? No, I think that was just because it rhymes with VTuber. Meat tuber. I don't know, like, you look cool, and thank you. I am cool. He's looking at boobs for jiggle physics. I can see them through the glasses. I don't need to look at anything anymore. At this point, I have become the master. You know, I watched the movie The Last Dragon. Who is the master? I am. He's yeah. I hope you remember the Gohan glasses meme. I don't know the meme, but I do remember he looks goofy in those glasses. Please teach me. Yes, see. Thing is, I can make this video on that, but like I don't know how much YouTube is gonna like it really. First of all, my family might not like it straight up, and then YouTube might not like it. Oh, this meme. Oh, the glasses reflection. Yeah, okay, I see it. Is this the Great Inferno Man? Nah. Have you ever seen Horus and Inferno Creation in the same room? I'm just saying. Drawn leaves. We need dokes on the case. Oh my god, he's everywhere on TikTok for me. Everyone keeps posting that image. Um, Glasses also look like the Spike Lee glasses. Yeah, the ones that go like with the million magnification. I love those. I remember I watched Spy Kids like a long time ago, but I don't remember. I remember people like saying that stuff about is God afraid of his creation or stays in heaven because he's afraid of his creation. I don't remember any of that at all. And I watched this show when I was a kid. So I didn't know they came from that. It was like a big event when Spy Kids came out. Yeah, it was 3D. Spy Kids 3D, I believe. Did you guys watch Spy Kids when you were younger? I didn't know that. I didn't like. I remember just watching some Disney Channel when I was younger too. I remember Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. That was another one. Yeah, Spy Kids and years, yeah, same. But I just don't remember the quotes. I don't remember they said that stuff. So Spy Kids on TV, but not in cinemas. I didn't see it in cinema either. I don't think. You watch all of them. Oh, hey, okay. In the bootleg Spy Kids movies, there's a bootleg ones. Oh, I guess yeah, there are other ones. Yeah. Leaves, leaves, leaves. Um, Let me see. What else? What did I do on the weekend? What did you guys do on the weekend? Checked out the shoes of Robo-chan. Yep. Her clogs, her Dutch clogs. She's showing her feet. Those are her only feet. What are those? What are those? What are those? Are those shoes or feet? Yes. You can put her on Wiki feet. You've seen them. Is Wiki feet the one where they rate them as well? So you got the Kirby treatment. Yeah, that's right. I played football, sketching, played Fortnite with my sister, made money, do odd jobs. Oh, that's interesting. That's a lot over like 3 days. 4 days. Good answer. Yeah, do you? I see all there's like some pictures of like Sonic with his regular feet and Kirby with regular feet. Those are really good. One second. Like I said, I went to Arcade on Saturday, right? And Game Market on Sunday. And Tekken 5. That was the revival. Tekken 4 was the problem. That's Chris just thinking about that. Yeah. Kirby with regular feet is a really funny one. The shoe Sonic got from that girl in Sonic movie one it lasted. Yeah. It's I remember I have read like in total one Sonic comic. I can't remember which one it was. Like Archie IDW, don't know. But it was the one where like his shoes break or something. Um and it like it causes him like he can't run as fast or run at all. Which was weird for me to think about. That I thought his power, like his speed, came from his shoes, but I think it was just a weird little story. Have you played Tekken before in front of? Yes, I played Tekken. I don't like Tekken that much. Honestly, like I don't really. I got pretty soured to it. The UK has their own Sonic comic and their multiple manga, so I'm sure there are many interpretations. Yeah, yeah. I don't really play Tekken. Tekken 7 was really slow, so I wasn't interested at all. I played some of Tekken 6, 6, 5, whichever one had Raven in it originally. I think 5 and 6 had Raven in it. And then years ago, I played Tekken Tag 1. The Tekken Tag was really popular in Pakistan, so Tekken's popular in Pakistan in general, but like I played Tekken Tag with some of my cousins when I went back there. Tekken 4 is a game I'd like to play more of, even if I don't want to compete or play against anyone. Yeah, I heard it was the most experimental one, but it caused like so many problems. They nerfed my girl Rogue. Yeah, yeah. I heard an interesting interpretation that they typically nerf her whenever the game is skewed more for children, and otherwise they don't do it. But I haven't like looked through all of Sonic lore and compared the sizes. Like one of those YouTubers. Saying I'm not a big Tekken. Okay, yeah. You're talking about Rogue's boots. You know, he's not interested in Tekken? Yeah, fair enough. Also played some Soul Calibur. Yeah, but even less of that. Her personality and her boobs. Oh yeah, they changed the voice actress, which I was not okay with. The voice she has now, not okay with. Even though like her voice actor is capable of just doing Rogue's voice. Right, she has a very Rouge, not Rogue. Rouge's voice. It's weird. Arslan Ash is one of your cousins. Arslan Ash is not one of my cousins. Sonic X Rouge is superior. Wow. I guess that's not wow. That's. I mean, everyone loves Rouge. Mm. Now Sonic X, that human woman from Sonic 06. Soul Calibur is funny. You know, maybe I still like 3D fighters. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just don't play it much because I don't like 3D fighters. But we played Soul Calibur 2 quite a bit. I mean, Link was in it, so. Oh my god, OBS, why? Why, internet? You talk too much shit. And I had enough, yeah. Restream, yeah. I mean, Restream, I like Restream. But I think it's just my internet. I don't have the gamer internet I used to. That's how they sold the internet to me when I was living in the apartment. He had to cut us off before he praised Bloody Roar, Virtual Fighter, Dead or Alive, of all things. It's back. Okay, we're back. Okay, cool. Ah. Oh my god, the DOA thing. I remember he wrote this novel about of the I think I talked about it before. He wrote this novel about Itagaki. I didn't read it. He said if I was only interested in fighting games, literally in the thing, he says if you're only interested in fighting games, you just stop reading here. Yeah, he was right. So I did. I was like, all right. But I never played DOA. I only heard about it from the from basically what's that show? X Play. I don't know if you watch X Play. A long time ago now, and G4 TV and all that. I wish I can play Bloody Roar. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere, probably free. Hopefully, no one who watches your shorts would benefit. You never played, would believe you never played DOA. I only got Bloody Roar Extreme. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, I figured people. I was particularly inspired, but because I knew about all these games at the time, this game was like super famous. Um, for the bouncing, but one thing I remember about DOA Volleyball 2 was that they advertised like advanced jiggle physics where they like each each boob had its own has like a mind of its own where like it would they wouldn't like go together. They would like actually move independently. And they advertised that. And that's what I was looking at that when I was doing the animation for it. Because like I think one second. Hang on. All right. So like they don't move independent. Masters DOA your teacher. Yeah, I mean Itagaki is like a visionary. Period. Even if he's weird, he's 100% like an actual visionary. I think he had like a very clear idea of these games, and then like and then the Ninja Gaiden remake was a giant leap from the original Ninja Gaiden. That sort of storytelling. So okay, so I think you can see it here as well. Here, right? Yeah. So like there's a part right okay, right here where they separate and then they later come back together here. But like that was the thing that happens is like they actually don't move together. Whereas typically what happens what happens with like I think regular jiggle physics in video games. One second, let me get rid of this. what happens with regular jiggle physics is that there's like one bone, and that bone is like has some tension to it, so the whole thing moves together. I think Rufus in Street Fighter 4, if you remember Street Fighter 4, Rufus's stomach used the same jiggle physics. So his stomach was like one big boob, which is great. Is the Wi-Fi included with the apartment? No. When I was back when I was living in the apartment, I'm not living it anymore. You had to get separate internet from their provider, and they were telling me about packages, like yeah, Wi-Fi packages, and they mentioned like this one is for gamers, like if you like to play games a lot, this is the one, and I chose that one. It was very fast, so I was. Rufus is underappreciated. People do not like him, man. Like I think because of the gameplay. Like he was a terror. Oh, belly boob. Yeah, it was literally that. If you go and look at Rufus animations, it's like you'll see it. He was kind of a terror. Rufus was kind of a terror in like competitive scene for a while, and yeah, people had some problems. Rufus was a vortex mixed monster, so people hated him. Yeah, he had a really good dive kick too. Yeah, man, he was fun. I really liked that character, like the character design, um, like visually, and I like the idea because it's like Street Fighter's like has a bunch of stereotypes, archetypes, stereotypes, whatever. Um, and I like that Rufus was like this stereotypical American, like he's loud, fat, and overconfident, delusional, that sort of thing. I want him to come back, but one of my friends don't want him. I didn't play Street Fighter 4 much. So I guess I wasn't like as hated him as much. I see you like to drink cocaine. Yes, Coca-Cola, the classic children's drink with cocaine. Strong sidekicks were demons in Street Fighter 4. Rufus was the original sin. Yeah. Akuma, Kami, Yun. Yun was a problem. Oh my god. But Yun, I think, was a problem by design. So. I love when Japan make American characters. Yeah, you know that guy, Jocko Willink. His name's Jocko. Yeah, Willink. Willink. Someone said that he was like he looked like the American characters from an anime. Like this is what Japanese people think Americans look like, and yeah. Bandit Keith, do you remember him from Yu-Gi-Oh? He was great. I still remember the Yu-Gi-Oh original one was great. Like in America, he would constantly say, "That's so good." Um. Oh, remember the announcer Street Fighter 4? There was a really long thing he says before the match, and it's really dumb. I can't remember what it was. Oh my god. Hang on. Let me see. I want to see it now. Um. What was it? It wasn't Ultra. It was like this. Or is it? It's like the really dumb thing that Street Fighter announcer says. Ah, it's a. Other one. Oh, is Charlie a joke character? Charlie Nash, Street Fighter 5. Oh my god, yeah, that's right. He no support for Charlie. No, Charlie's not really a joke character. A joke character is like I think they're like jokes as in even in the like there's gameplay they're jokes and even in the actual game they're just jokes. You know, I did no Charlie just a normal character. He's just a kind of a goofball. That's it. Like Dan is like pathetic. He's like an insult to SNK. And he's bad at like and he's like gameplay is bad, so Joker, most certainly not. My god, he's so good in Smash, that's insane. Um I'm the Joker. He's the Joker. You're the Joker. Any other Jokers I should know about? Ah. My threshold for joke characters is very high. They are ideally bad competitively and wacky character to an absurd degree, or deliberately designed as a joke. Yeah, what are those ones? Neko Arc, the one I told you the video of it, like a Charlie personality thing, but those are joke characters as well, the Neko characters, and also I can't remember which game, but there are these two small cats, a black and white one, um, like pair. They're joke characters. Dan is a joke character. Based on this, I think Smash basically only got a joke character with Piranha Plant. You know, I think Piranha Plant's like high tier though. Yeah, that's a really weird character that they put Piranha Plant as the first DLC, even if it's free. Nick Arc is fake. Khan is bleached. Kuro Taurus. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, right? I think Piranha Plant as a premise is a joke, regardless of how good he is. Yeah, it's just so weird, man. It's such a weird idea. It's like putting like the cow, the cow from Mario in Smash. Who's that character? It was a weird addition. Oh man, I'm losing it. It's gonna be like Mario Kart where they put like Rick, probably right? The Kirby Air Riders, the Rock from Kirby Air Riders. Akamaru in Naruto Clash of Ninja is also a weird small character. Oh, the dog. Oh. I'm looking for like I would think like a MVC character. But all MVC characters are like wild and crazy. I guess Roll or no, Servbot. What am I saying? Servbot. You can actually play Servbot. And Yon, though I honestly thought it was fun function here. Gone from Tekken, I think. I don't think racing games can have a joke pick anyway. MVC's Roll. Okay. Servbot and Roll. Yeah. I just remember Kuro and what's Toro and Kuro in Cross Tekken, that they had like no health. They had like 10 health or something, some insanely low number. Though not all small characters are joke characters. Yoda specifically. Rick looks absurd from an outsider, but is highly desirable character to create fans. Yeah, people like he become a big meme. They're cute though. I mean, he is a dubious little creature getting up to mischief. A lot of those in the Kirby games. Uh, Cow was a joke pick, and I think it still is. But given how half the roster are even stranger, is like the original joke. Yeah, a driving cow. Can you imagine? Okay, I'm gonna take a break. We have a dead fish, snow, and dolphin, and so oh god, yeah, that's right. The fish is still there. Cheap, cheap, and the regular fish, and the dead fish. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. Let's talk more then. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, back. I generally wonder what enemies didn't make the MK world cut. Are Lumas? Luma. Can you can you I don't think you can. You must really hate Rosalina's storybook. He has such a problem with it. Hey Joker. I'm back too. Kamek must be super hated too. He was playing he was playable in a game or two before, yeah. They were too busy adding the I don't know the bees from one of the games in. Yeah, no Lumas, no Me's. It's surprising. Hey Inferno, I'm back. Hey Joker. How you doing? I'm back too. We were just talking about what characters aren't in Mario Kart World. Like the Lumas. You can't play as a Luma. We are so back. We are definitely so back. Who wouldn't want to be a Thwomp? It's true. Let me see. And yeah, they also have for some reason. And look at the character select screen. And they also have like every costume is just a different character instead of just alternates. Like when you pick the character, it's weird. Toads, Koopas, Lakitu, Boo, Shy Guy. Okay, yeah, these are Birdo. Yeah, those are normal. Maybe the weird ones. Dry Bone Spike Nabbit. Goomba. Yeah. Bowsette is not in this, right? That's right, because they made that up. Can happen if you wish upon a star. If they put Bowsette in any Mario anything, that would be absolutely wild. Evil Peach. Evil Peach is more likely, like the one from Thousand Year Door or whatever. Like the Wah Peach. That actually happened, I think. And it was canceled, but the concept is there. So that would be more of a thing than Bowsette. Nintendo would never. Yeah, say what you want about Bowser, but he's a good single father. Yeah. Still don't know who wife is, or Bowser Jr.'s mother. Nintendo's not gonna put that. I don't know. Has Nintendo ever put like a fan work in any of their games? They seem to just want to do what they want to do. Sonic can make it into games and movies, but Paper Mario seems to be the only. Get very limited references outside of Smash. So an Eagle Peach or a fan concept is too far. Miyamoto is the yeah. Fuck what the fans want. I mean, that is might as well just be Nintendo. Nintendo. Fuck what the fans want. Might as well be. Might as well be their actual name now. I think there are many. There may be a more niche series which imported fan concepts. Modern Pokemon, yeah, nah. Fuck them fans. Exactly. That's the reason Pokemon never put a fan design in. They have to make like 100 all the time. I kind of wonder actually what Pokemon design does Game Freak consider a failure? Like they thought this character would be huge, but it ended up not being that big. I kind of wonder because they just make so many, and there usually is people who love one of them. And Shark Pokemon still gonna have voice acting. They just don't seem to care. In 2025, yeah, it's they just seem to like be very obsessed, like very they have their hands full with making all 150 Pokemon or whatever it is, or 1,000 Pokemon. They can't do anything else for the games. I think Game Freak are beyond worrying about one design being a failure. Probably expected more from Pichu. That's true. Yeah, but I figure yeah, I figure like Pokemon is largely everything is largely a vehicle for like merchandising from a business perspective. So it's more about they have to make sure they can get all the Pokemon in there in these games. I'm not gonna lie, I was listening to a video of Pokemon voice cries. Some sound similar, but Paris and Mewtwo are iconic. You know, I barely watched Mewtwo. Let me see. Let's go. Where's I've seen Mewtwo's original cry. makes sense. Search a Pokemon Gen 1 voice cries instant wave nostalgia. Yeah. Okay, I remember Paris's, yeah. Which is all of them. Okay, yeah. Immediately when I got the Bulbasaur line, I remembered those. Man, it's cool because Power will be a good competitor against Pokemon. Yeah, and apparently the Pokemon's lawsuits didn't work out, or not lawsuits, patents didn't work out in Japan. I don't know if any of them survived. How is Power World doing? Is it doing good, bad? What's going on? Parents' voice cry. Memories of using flamethrower response. Oh, in America, yeah. Power World in America. If you measure Power World by expectations, it is one of the only games ever to sell similar number with a shared niche. It's basically Yokai Watch 1.5 Pokemon Power World as the only Mega Million sellers. Power World is doing good, but it can do better. Pokemon wasn't doing right. Dragon Quest Monsters does well too, but not on that level. Right, Yokai Watch was very was kind of out of nowhere as well, but was popular. Yeah, it's surprising like seeing a game that's like Nintendo dominates for so long, or one company dominates for so long. And then just another game comes out of nowhere. Yokai Watch was outselling Pokemon and was part of the Japanese Olympics at the time in the place of Pokemon, if I remember this right. I also meant Yokai Watch 1 and 2. The series slumped afterwards. Oh. Well, yeah, maybe. What can I say? Americans love their guns. Of course, Battle Royale is going to be popular. Yeah, Battle World's a little. The guns were pretty fun. I legitimately thought it was like a fake scam game. Like straight up thought it was originally way back when it first was showed off. It was this stupid meme game. Like some guys threw it together in 10 minutes, like asset flip with Pokemon assets. But turns out very popular. I was really surprised it was so popular. Wow. Actually, I didn't know Yokai Watch was outselling Pokemon. Huh. Oh. Yes, people are tired of it. It's hard to say because Pokemon's such a cultural landmark, especially in Japan. Like it's just kind of expected. Anime still going. Ash is still like 10. You thought Palworld was a days before situation. I get that if you weren't paying attention. Yeah. I just kind of wrote it off immediately. I was like, that's a funny little meme, and then Pokemon with guns, haha, and then I stopped looking at it. That's not Pokemon specifically on Japan and Pokemon and Yokai Watch were both 3DS exclusive, so the sales were pretty comparable. Oh, they were exclusives, man. That must have been like weird for Nintendo. I guess it doesn't matter because Nintendo would still get money from it if you're putting it on 3DS. Huh. Pebble was gonna do quite well as an indie, but Pokemon with guns meme really helped. Just like Yakuza Zero's chicken meme. Yeah, it's weird. Like I don't. Power was really big for an indie game, right? Like big in scale. It's actually getting resurgence with the Dokes memes. Yokai Watch 1 was Yokai Watch 1 actually sold like 50K copies first week, but when the anime came out a few months later, this thing sound was catchy. Search up to sell Pokemon numbers for 2 games. Wow. I watched the anime. I guess the anime was really big for Pokemon too. It was like a phenomenon here in America. I don't if I think it was like because of the show, not so much the game. Even the game was huge, but I think the show really made a splash for Pokemon. Yokai Watch Yokai Watch Creators is making a new game in the same universe as Yokai Watch. It's called Holly Horror Mansion. If the Yokai Watch anime didn't exist, I'm sure we'd have a sequel, but the series would be cooked quickly. Yeah. Huh. This looks neat. Holy Horror Mansion. That doesn't look terrible. It says that damn cat. Some more news about Holy Horror Mansion will come out this fall. Okay. Well, this fall, like, it's fall right now. It's you have this month basically. I think cross media is an art because series have long shows, but games which don't sell. I think Geist Crusher, right? Millions of Pokemon viewers never play the games, but it helps still. I was there watching the first episode of Yokai Watch as a kid. Oh wow. I think I think just anime is just especially at the time it was like TV shows were more mainstream than like cartoons in general were more mainstream than video games even. Yeah, see, at least in America. I know it's basically everywhere though. Did you Joker? Did you know about Yokai Watch before the show, or did you just figure it out because of that? It was like long form shorts, longs if you want, at least. Yeah, longs is a weird way to put it. I think it's a very standard thing they did because that's how animes are advertised, is with no sorry manga are advertised with anime. I figure out things to the show. Yeah, yeah. I think it's just more popular. TV cartoons is more established and more popular than video games. I think shows help out a lot to get kids' attentions about new Toylands. Yeah, like that's why they have them. Very good advertisements. I don't know if you watch Thundercats or GI Joe or that era. That was also big in toy production. Um, the Pokemon obviously had the cards, trading cards at the time. Love those. Still have them. I don't have any rare ones, but still have them. So I got into TCGs thanks to the show. Same here. Yeah. It's time to do. Yu-Gi-Oh! That was exactly. I love Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I love TCGs in general because of Pokemon. Then I watched Yu-Gi-Oh and that was great too. I'd like to see a full documentary on the early cross-media campaign of Pokemon. Some of it was luck, but it was borderline perfect. Yeah, that was a big project. Games, movies, TCG, TV shows, merch. And I want to see how it was in Japan because Japan is probably a bigger merch machine than America. So what else antique toys do you have? I don't know antique toys I have. I have regular toys. I have what's the oldest thing I got? Hmm. I got Pokemon cards, I got Game Boy stuff. Japan is a bigger merch machine, but they had a bit of delay for the anime, I think. We actually got the games and anime at the same time, which basically became a standard for later cross media. I'd love to watch an anime that captures the feel of players playing TCG. Do you play TCGs? I don't play them anymore. I used to a lot. I used to go like when I was a kid. I used to play them, or teenager even. I used to really like them. Never really. I went to a tournament, but it was a really weird one. There was no like it was Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. There was no bans. You could use like Monster Reborn, Change of Heart, whatever. There wasn't those the card bans. Yeah. I haven't played Cardfight Vanguard, but one episode of a recent show was pretty alright. Huh. The feel of players playing TCGs. I guess in a normal way, there's none, but in a very anime way, there's Duel Masters Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is probably the most dramatic. What else? Because nowadays, I guess you could just watch like a tournament, you know, a Magic tournament. Card games on motorcycle are not dramatic. Oh my god, Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. When did I stop watching Yu-Gi-Oh? I guess like okay, I didn't watch the new one. I think I stopped with what was it? Okay, the original series and then the sequel. I forgot GX? Was that the name? Yeah, I didn't watch that. And then I looked at 5Ds. It's such a funny name. Um I watched that out of pure confusion for a little while and I was like, all right, this is what's going on now. Cuz it was like a post-apocalypse or something, right? It's time to go to mom and dad basement and find your old collection of toys. Uh, I have a bunch of little Transformer toys. Oh my god, there was a Scorpion. Um, this giant like robot Scorpion I had, but it took like 6 batteries to move, and it's so like it's a bad one. It's a really bad one. I think like it was there to sell batteries. I bet because you need a ton of them to make this thing walk mildly. It had like 6 independent legs, but it wouldn't walk. It wouldn't have enough grip because it's too big and heavy. It's weird. I didn't see GX either, but 5Ds looked interesting. Also has a card racer that isn't a type. There's a racer? I mean, it makes sense. I guess it makes sense, but it makes very little sense. Or somebody won a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament using Exodia deck. Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Is Exodia legal? I didn't know that. Zexal was good. Oh right, there's a new one. That's right. Yu-Gi-Oh's still going. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Oh my god, right. This guy. The just crazier hair. It's like they're trying to one up the original. Pronounced Zeal. Hmm. Oh, is it like Z-E cross A-L or Zale? I don't know. And the third spin-off. Huh. Actually, let me see the where's the reception? You like it? Let me see what the reception was like. I don't know. I can't. I not really see it. Huh, I guess it is well liked. You get trademark is crazy hair. Yeah, I remember what the guys in Jaden had the most normal hair in GX. What was his real? What was his name in Japanese actually? Um, I remember like the first episode of GX, Yugi shows up like for half a second. Judai Yuki. Okay, so Jaden Yuki, Judai Yuki. All right. The guy in 5Ds had also crazy. They went back to crazy hair. What's his name? GX seemed too normal, so I'm not interested. The rival seemed alright. Chaz, I think they named him in GX. Not Chad, Chaz. That's weird. That was a weird name. Um, GX get wild in later seasons. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I think they really they really have a lot of fun. I think with these series. Oh, Jack Atlas. This guy with the yellow hair. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Blonde guy. Apparently Jack's name is the same in Japan. Localization missed a paycheck for that one. Jack Atlas. They really changed a lot in the original though. Like they gave him what's his name? They gave the Pharaoh a name. Jack is 5Ds. Oh. I mean GX gets a lot from me now, wow. A story in 3 parts. If people did not go to the Shadow Realm, they just died, yeah. Social presidents censored Jack Atlas, but maybe if he was in earlier Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, I think because they took it away from 4Kids at that point. Or they exercised more creative control. Back to the stream, but hello. Yeah. Hey Michael. I'm gonna stream until 7. Let me check something. Or it's 5:28 right now for me, so I love the character development of Jack. It's a shame his love died in the show. And from where are you from? I'm from Pakistan. I lived there, but I moved when I was 3. Moved to America when I was 3. It seems 5DS was still for oh, still 4 kids. Oh, okay. Was it GX I was looking at? Oh no, it was do you speak other languages? I don't. I can understand Urdu, but I can't speak it. I don't have like my accent is very bad. Okay, here no. Zexel English adaptations by 4 kids were mm, TV Tokyo sued 4 kids and demanded the termination of the licensing agreement in 2011. Oh, okay. So Zexel 4 kids was bankrupt, and Yu-Gi-Oh assets were acquired by Konami subsidiary. Okay. Okay. So 4 kids just went under. All right, that's what happened. That was in Zexel. Yeah, so I remember like some of the changes, the major like entire conversations were changed in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like what's his name? The pharaoh's name was either described as he was called Pharaoh, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Yami, which he wasn't. That conversation was never there. He talks about Yugi more, like when they establish that they're different personalities or different people, and then all the name changes. Joey Wheeler is hilarious. Bandit Keith had a gun pointed at Pegasus' head, but in the dub, he's doing the finger guns. Yeah, they remove all the guns. So funny. Um, the funny that they just keep making them point at them. The same with One Piece. Sanji's cigarette turned to a lollipop. That must have take quite a while. Freeze, Inferno, don't move. I got a finger gun pointed at you. The most powerful weapon of all time. Finger guns. Oh, remember, speaking of, no, put the Game Boy in the back of the games. The most powerful finger gun is Yu Yu Hakusho. Spirit gun. I don't know the actual name, but I don't appreciate what TV station the 4Kids did, but the effort to try to compose a logical series despite cutting massive portions of no foresight video, I think, was low key cool. It was like making a bridge series for TV viewers. Yeah, they did like a bunch of like rewrites and cuts. Uh, they added a filler arc, which is apparently very important. Very strange. Now put the Game Boy in the back of the games too. The original Game Boy, that gigantic brick. I think we have it somewhere still. It's called Spirit Gun. Yeah, I know. Spirit Gun is I remember Yu Yu Hakusho was a fun show. I don't know if it was like a anime thing or like a dub thing, but what was her name? Keiko? She wasn't the girlfriend in the manga. She was just a friend. Yaz D did a video series on how 4Kids could have continued One Piece and still made it make sense. I recommend it more so if you're up to date, but the localization speculation is cool. It's called Ray Gun. Alright, that's what it's called. Remember, manga sometimes have localization differences too. Those are much less likely to be called out than anime localization changes. Yep, yeah. Typically, though, because like when I was reading manga, I was reading fan translations for the most part. So I guess nowadays I don't really look into, and those are all like those are different. They're depending on which fan translation you have. Oh yeah, I watched that Baki fan translation thing. It was crazy. Like the fucking this guy was mentally ill. If all that's true, that guy's mentally ill. A Baki fan translator. Can't remember his name, but uh, all that over a series that you don't even own. Like it's not even your series. Points at both Joker and IOC. What does that say? Google help. I don't speak anime. Yeah, the Baki fan trans. Oh, Spirit Gun Reimaru. It's translated as spiritual gun. It's like an American religion, the spiritual gun. I think that guy in Yazdi makes very good movies or videos. It is just ray gun, spirit gun. Yeah, yeah. I think I just like when I put your translation in, when I put that into Google Translate or was it Bing Translate, whatever. It says spiritual gun, which I thought was funny because these Google Translates aren't really that good. Puts away spiritual guns. The guns in my heart. Oh, actually, I remember nowadays the one thing the dub did was those were fantastic voice actors. All of the one that Yu-Gi-Oh dub, the original Yu-Gi-Oh dub had fantastic voice actors. They're still great. Like Dan Green was perfect as both Yugi and Yami. Actually, that was surprising because if like you see him, he's like a big dude, and he does Yugi's voice, which is so much of a kid's voice. So if you watch him do Pharaoh's voice, it makes sense. But then if you watch him do Yugi's voice, it's so different. It's so weird. Quick in front of a jump deal. Sphere gun is down. Does I remember Beyblades? Oh my god, Beyblade. I do remember Beyblade. It was I mean that was during that time when they were making all of these toy games again before America. I never had a Beyblade. I think by that time I was thinking it was all really stupid. I think I got a little too old for it, but now it actually is weird because it's made such a resurgence that it's like I remember even in Pakistan actually people really like Beyblade, like kids really like Beyblades. And I think because it took that long for some of this anime stuff to get there. Trust me, guys. Yeah, you shouldn't trust us. You shouldn't trust us. Are you talking about the Beyond G Revolution or Beyblade Revolution? I actually played Beyblade X with some buddies recently. Oh, yeah. Remember you showed me that Beyblade tournament with those really great commentators. Those are really good. Beyblade G Revolution was where my interest stopped, but it had a good game on GB. Yeah. I still got my Beyblade Spriggan. But preps Beyblade and oh my god. Michael, did you ever have a Beyblade? Like, you ever had that sort of thing, or you just watch the anime? I remember, yeah, they had like spirits in them too, right? And I think who had the dragon? Was the main character had the dragon? I forgot what he had. Oh, me? Oh, okay. Saying Beyblade is stupid. Chat boo me. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. I thought at the time I thought it was like I was I think I got a little older. But I think I was still playing Yu-Gi-Oh at the time. I don't know. I still watch the show though. That was the main thing. I still watch all these shows, even though I thought they were kind of dumb now. But Tyson had Dragoon. All right. So yeah, the rival. No, names are localized. Yeah, yeah. Wait, wait. Who was the? Oh my god. I just remember like nowadays because I see the internet because I never watched that entire show, but I see on the internet like the stuff about how crazy it got, like the Red Sea, Moses part of the Red Sea with the Beyblade, like that sort of thing. What's the anime? I need a games and history to popularity. Huh. Spinja. Yeah, back in the day, I watched it and played it. Oh, cool. I think Beyblade was an IRL game. It's kind of dumb, but don't tell me. Nah. I mean, that commentary was great. I think the idea. Not say Yu-Gi-Oh was a competitive shit. Yeah, right. Yu-Gi-Oh was also kind of dumb. Um, if you were outside of it, I think like I like the idea of putting those like robot fighters. You know the robot fighters where they like have like an axe and they just beat each other. You build a robot and you just fight them. I think that idea to make that like a thing for kids, which is basically what Beyblade is, right? That was really smart. Destroy how Moses uses Bay that. Oh my god. Calling them bays are hilarious too. But it was a huge series. Oh my god, there's so many. I don't know how far I watched into it. Look, there he is. Oh yeah, I can't remember these guys. No hate towards people developing a strategy, great talented engineers somehow made a lot of magic real, but still. Also, how are you reading my thoughts? You think very loudly. Metabots, I think, yeah, that was another show. But I remember Metabots being a little weird because he was an asshole. Like the guy, the Metabee. He was an asshole. Like I didn't like him at all. Um, I don't know if that was like meant to be his personality, but he was very mean. I can just sense the nostalgia if I were to play the opening intro song. Yeah, I still remember that. I still remember the opening intro. Uh, let her rip. Tyson Granger. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. That was this guy. I remember. Oh my god, so fun. What's the other one? You know what's weird? I also sort of going back to American or going to America. I didn't really like Ben 10. I think that was another point where I was like, this is a little like I got a little too old for it for that kind of show. But then like years later, apparently it's like this classic, excellent show, and I missed out. So, but yeah, I think I either like thought I was too old for it because I was like 14 or something at the time. Um, but apparently, Ben 10 gets wild. Yeah, it's great. It is. It's like honestly, it's like the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song, even though that there wasn't like words to it that much. I think Metabots as a concept can work really well as a fighter. Yeah, it's like Pokemon in fighting games, which I guess is Pokken. Ben 10 has moments. It's peaked with some of the sequel series, from what I know. I know it got like huge. Metabots, unlike Ben 10, and a number of things we mentioned, was designed as a game first. Oh. So you get some benefits and weaknesses from this. Oh, Poke Fighter. Yeah, Pokken was one. Metabots. Was Metabots like it's a video game, right? Role playing video game franchise, right? It's so wild that Beyblade was a manga first and Yu-Gi-Oh as well, right? Beyblade being a manga first was pretty funny. The licensors who got the toys. They cried. Oh, so different language. Metabots was like Pokemon or Digimon. Long running game series with anime. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know about because like the anime didn't kind of skipped the first part of the manga and started with like Duelist Kingdom. Um, but the first part of the manga was like very different. Like he's very evil. I don't know if actually I don't know if he's evil, but he's like if he wasn't fighting really bad like a bully, but he kills people or he makes them go insane, which seems excessive. And it's just his general vibe is like a horrible villain. Whereas like he's really noble in the rest of the manga. Remember Pokken? I remember Pokken. I remember people were like playing in tournaments, but I don't know if it really stuck. You know. I remember that was a Bandai Namco thing, right? Pokken. The Pokken tournament, right? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Bandai Namco. I think people were thinking the same thing about Pokken that they thought about 2XKO, where it was like, oh, this will bring in people into fighters, but no, I don't think it really did. So, because it was Pokemon, huge series. Pokem's one of those cases where just sticking Pikachu on the cover doesn't lead to massive success. It is decent alternative influence from Tekken. Yeah. Right. Pokemon can afford to experiment, but I wonder if they have any cases they're really expected to do better. I think like Pokemon just likes to license out because it's starting to do that nowadays. You have Go, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Pokemon Tournament. They're just licensing out the series because it is fundamentally just for multi-platform, right? Like, it's not meant to be like it wasn't like, oh, this is a game franchise, so it has to stay game franchise. It's really just more of a multimedia thing now. Wasn't there a new Pokemon game that not the mainline like or ZA? There's another one. Ah, can't remember. From my angle, they kind of failed the Detective Pikachu concept. That's right. The movie did well, but the game, which inspired it, is kind of dull despite being the same story and reasonably fleshed out. I think there's a second Detective Pikachu coming, or already out. Why did the Wii U fail as a console again? It's like baby's first detective game. Okay. I mean, yeah, Pokemon, baby's first everything, but why did the Wii U fail as a console again? It failed pretty hard. I think the Wii U failed because it was confusing, first of all, and it didn't really show a particularly good change. It was very experimental for like $1 billion company, but it was a very confusing sort of change because the screen that you pick up and move around is not portable, despite the fact that you can switch between screens. And I think they kind of just did that for the Switch, and it made $1 billion. But it was a bit confusing. The value proposition over the Wii wasn't there. They did abysmal, man, in comparison to everything else. Because it's like if you look at any bar graph, it's like the Wii. It's right next to the Wii, the Switch, and then the Wii U. It just flanked by like these two massive successes. It's really funny. Pokemon is simplified for a number of its genres, but there's a bit of sauce in some titles. Not so much Detective Pikachu. It's because they didn't get Danny DeVito to voice him. That's why there's no sauce. You're talking about that Pokemon game that looks like Animal Crossing. Detective Pikachu? A little bit. Oh no, the new Ditto one. Pokemon I don't actually know what that is. The new one, yeah, the Ditto one. They didn't even realize that Detective Pikachu Returns was a sequel. You level 7 mark. Yeah. God. Poketopia or something. Yeah, Poketopia, right? Oh no, wait. Yeah. Pokemon Pokopia. Pokopia. Very cute name. What do they call it? Pokopia. Yeah. Pokotopia. Huh. Who knows? Just a weird concept that Ditto turns into a kid, and then there's only Pokemon around. Pokemon Minecraft. Okay. I think at 6 I won't I'm not gonna take a break. I'll just stop at 6:40. Like, and that'll be my 20-minute break. Nah. Uh, have to add a little bit more. Do you ever get files that corrupt because of a crash once, very long time ago? I can't remember what the file was, but yeah, it was a big crash. I got files that were lost because of a crash, just completely gone. No, the files that were lost were because like the thing actually just failed and I couldn't turn it back on. There was a file that I was working on that crashed, and I had to. Oh yeah. Oh, it was for like some freelancing, which was really bad. Luckily, I had like other. I had to do some concepts, and luckily, I had other concepts, so I had enough other concepts so it didn't look bad. But one of them crashed and completely messed up. I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. Like that too. It's okay. It's okay. It makes a better artist repeat it all. Oh my god. It was torture. Hey, lazy girl. Was you trying to get in the game industry? Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah. I think I ended up in the animation industry though. Oh. Oh. Okay, now I gotta see because I have to make this tile. These are best cooler parts of this. I have to make this tile um with itself. Like this. So we'll see how so yeah, it looks like that. Okay. I mean it's fine. You still want to do animation shorts? Yeah, yeah, of course. That's the sound of a working man. Yeah. Yeah. Um No one do animation shorts. It's just you got to make it some really simple ones. Like if you want to do YouTube, but I should yeah think of one. I gotta think of a good idea that I could actually do in time while I'm doing all this other stuff. Ugh, killing me, man. late stream today. Yeah, at 6:40 we'll be done. So like in 20 minutes I'll be done. 'Cause I started at 3, so if I do this, then yeah, we can have like yeah. Making games sound so epic if you can animate, but coding just seems like a nightmare to learn. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Actually, coding was actually not as bad as I thought it would be. It's mostly like wrestling with your like the code and the Unity, like being like willing to wrestle with your code is the problem, I think, for me anyway. I love a sleepover stream with Oxy in chat. Yeah, I guess it's really late for you guys. That's yeah, I might do this more if it's popular because I'm seeing like sometimes people like mostly come in at like 6 or like when the stream is ending. So I wanted to see if this could like change things. My husband is a coder by profession, but he outsources coding for his personal because he hates it. It makes sense, yeah. You don't want to like work all day in coding and then come home to coding. Makes sense for a lot of people. I think when I was doing can I show anything? Let me see. Should be on my website, but a lot of the stuff on my website, hearthstone.com, is like it's very concept arty, and it's not something I would just sit down and do fun. Like this stuff is what I would sit down and do for fun, but not the super complicated complicated work. If I can't, but like a lot of the stuff, yeah, a lot of stuff on my website is very would stuff I just would never do. I don't think I'd done it for this game. Let me see, or for where is it? Yeah, Ace Stone of the Moonlight. Yeah, I think like let's see here, whatever. Like right here, this is a big problem for me. What I did here. Um, come on. Yeah, so this is like incomprehensible to most people. Like I know what all this is and I know what all this means, but like it doesn't look good. It's not good for a 3D modeler to use. Even this is like a little too sketchy to be presented to anyone else, but it works for me. And so this is just my process for this. Like same with this. This is like I wouldn't show this to anybody. Yeah, I wouldn't show this to anybody, but this is the pit, right? Like there's the two characters, there's a train track over them, and then this is the background. And then leaves is lit. Yeah, they are. They are lit. Hmm. It's adding flowers now. That's some blue flowers. Ugh. So what time is it over there for you guys, or over wherever you are? Britain is let's see. Joker. I know Las Gogeta's in Britain, but where are you, Joker? I know where Lazy Girl is too. It's 11:31. Okay, it makes sense. Hmm. Retracted message. Ugh. Oh. It's 5:31. I live in America. Oh, 5:31 p.m. Okay. So you're only like an okay, so you're like hour before Central Time, I guess. Now 5:32. 8 minutes. Canada. Oh. Canada, America, cousin, yeah. Canada, oh Canada. You got a favorite place to eat out? Me, I remember. What was it? Hey, I like the ramen shops. This Ginza Cafe. There's ramen and sushi burrito, which is a wild name, sushi burrito. But the ramen is like excellent. It's top tier. Hmm. I'm liking Zaxby's more and more. But yeah, Chick-fil-A obviously is gonna be something. I like Longhorn Steakhouse just because of the atmosphere. They have like these big paintings up. I like the Western, big classical Western paintings. I really like them. What's your favorite places to eat? Never been to a Longhorn Steakhouse. It's not bad. The food is okay. It's not terrible. Subway, IHOP. I love their pancakes, man. I remember the IHOP and Denny's anytime we were on a road trip. That's where we get breakfast. I was an IHOP and Denny's next to a hotel we were staying at. It's a lot of food though. My God. I haven't been back in a while. I remember an IHOP after like in college, after we there was like a tournament and everyone who was still there at like 2 a.m. would go to IHOP to celebrate the end of the tournament. And the thing was, it was like 15 people. So basically, 15 of us would roll into an IHOP at like 1 or 2 a.m. And then the staff would have to just give us all food. Because I think it was like 24 hours at a time. This is very surprising. You should go back, yeah. Yeah, been a while. Whoa? What is Whoa? Waffle House? Huh. Huh. Oh, Waffle House. Yeah, yeah, with the post turn. Yeah, yeah. We went there too, right? Staff was happy to see you. Maybe. I mean, honestly, they might have been because there was a lot of money as well, but and tips. But yeah, the Waffle House at Georgia Tech. I remember when it showed up. That's where we went. We all went there. Dr. Yeatson, hello. You're just catching the end of the stream, Dr. Yeatson, but I think I saw your comments. Let me see. Oh my god. Hey, isn't Waffle House that famous Tekken 8 location? Uh, yeah, if only. He wrote another like it wasn't a novel, but he wrote a short message about how it would be pretty hard. Harada. Uh, you went there once a week. Oh, I love Waffle House too. It's that you go there all the time. I went to Sublime Donuts like all the time. My God, it was once a week, once a day. Hey, Doctor Eaton, what are you doing? What are you doing here with the? Oh yeah, okay, here it is. Any plans for getting? Yeah. We were talking about places, good places to go out to eat. Waffle House had the best, and Georgia Tech had the best chocolate chip waffles. Those that was amazing. But it was like I never saw any fights there. I don't think it was like I think it was too influenced by Georgia Tech. Waffle House and Tifa are basically the only advertisements that everyone would be happy to see in Tekken and Kiryu. Oh yeah. I wonder if Tekken or Tifa. I mean, Tifa would be possible because, like, they have Cloud in Smash and Sephiroth in Smash. I'm sure, like, Harada talk to Square Enix or can talk to Square Enix or whoever is involved. Yeah, Georgia Tech had a lot of nice food places. That's right. Where's what's the other food places? Oh, Wingnuts. That wasn't in Georgia Tech. It was like right outside of it. Wingnuts was like this chicken wing place. Very good. Um, I like Denny's. It's good breakfast and cheap. Yeah, yeah. I was talking about Denny's and IHOP. Like Denny's, we would eat at. Denny's or IHOP, we would eat at. Uh, whenever we were on a road trip, and we stayed at a hotel, we would go there for breakfast. Typically, always one right next to it. I'm gonna get God Bless the Ring on PS1. It is a game which had Tifa. What is God Bless the Ring? Oh, Air Guys. Oh, okay, yeah. It's a fighting game, wasn't it? Yeah. Air Guys was too hard to spell. Yeah, Air Guys is a weird name. Also realized that you're the only streamer who's ever said my name right. Oh, really? I can't. Dr. Yeatson? Yeatson? A fun name. I'm glad I could deliver. The director of it also led VF1 and directed Tekken 1 plus 2 before The Bouncer. Oh, led Virtual Fighter 1. Oh, yeah, I guess it makes sense. The guy who did VF1 did Tekken 1 and 2. A very influential game. I want to have a timeline where Dynasty Warriors and God Bless the Ring at EVO featuring Ryu, Hayabusa, and Tifa, respectively. Drew Yeatson. Okay, I think it's time for so long. Oh my god. Ugh. Tomorrow will be regular times. Will be 12 or well, sorry, 1 to 5, and we'll be working on. I think I said already. We'll be working on a simple animation. Let me see. This. I think someone said it that way before. Most of the time, you'll say dry Yeatson, which is close. It's just sometimes there isn't an underscore in my name on some platforms I see. So we'll be doing. This is just his gunshot animation. This animation is gonna be a little more complicated because it's also a loop. This is basically like he takes out his gun, shoots, and then it has to loop here. So it has to stay here and then shoot again and again, and then he actually just reverses. So that's how he puts it back in. There's a little time saving thing. But yeah, that's what we'll be working on tomorrow. All right. So that's kind of the idea of how it's gonna look. It's a little not dark enough, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. Have a wonderful day and night for you all. Yeah. Have a good day and night. Thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. Made this a lot easier for me. Ah, finally got the leaves done. But yeah. I will see y'all next time.